Hi there! Let me introduce to you our project overview, where you begin to find out the actual areas to work on today and in the coming weeks. In the project overview, you have all the aggregate info, both in terms of the data of the individual project and the individual keywords you are monitoring and working on, and the overall website activity. First thing first, it may be useful for you to remember this little button with the question mark, which is an interactive guide to the tool. If in doubt, it could be a valuable ally to remind you how some tables work. But let's look at them together. From the project overview, we can immediately look at the domain traffic estimate. It is an estimate that is based on ranked keywords and their volume. So it is not the actual website traffic, counting one visit at a time, but an estimate that is made from the outside. Since the estimate works on the same data for each website, the proportion between your site and your competitor's one will be realistic. So here's the estimated monthly traffic of the domain as a whole and the estimated traffic based on the project keywords. This piece of information is very useful, since we can see how much traffic the keywords that are important to us are actually bringing in. The keywords are not all important in the same way, we know that. So it is good to start dividing between what is the generic traffic and what is instead the traffic of the keywords that we deem important for the website. In addition to this initial information, there's our Zoom authority. The Zoom authority is a value from 0 to 100 on a logarithmic scale that, along with trust, stability, and opportunity, tells you about the authority of the website. It is an SEOZoom proprietary metric, which adds up a range of information including traffic, volume, amount of keywords, their distribution, and a whole lot of other information that help us define how the site is more or less authoritative in the eyes of the search engine. Next to this starting info, you can also find the up, down, or stable trend of your monitored keywords. From here, right below the first boxes we found at the top, you can start planning your activities either by looking at the SEO checklist, which refers you to a series of checks down on basic elements, performance, technical SEO, and content in the website, or with respect to what could be the technical optimization of our website, which we can start directly from here with our SEO Spider, or again by focusing our attention to content planning and improvement. Scrolling down the first screen, we can see right away the trend over time of the project keywords and the one of the whole domain, both by looking at a specific selected period, which we can select here at the top, or by clicking on All to see the complete set of data we have right now in the database. Here at the bottom of the domain trend graph, we can also find indications of all the Google algorithmic updates, while from this button, you can add a note to remember, for instance, a particular optimization activity implemented on the analyzed website. In addition to that, in the tab on the left, you can see how the monitored keywords are currently ranking, if they are present within the first page or not, so to get with a single glance where the majority of them are placed. Scrolling further down, here we have the Zoom authority trend, also in terms of opportunity, stability, and trust, so to see over time how these metrics have changed, and a traffic prediction graph, where we can look at the estimated traffic considering the seasonality of the keywords. Here we can see if in the next 12 months, compared to the previous next months, and in terms of keywords ranking within the top 10, we can expect a positive or negative trend. Moving downward, here we access the first prospects with respect to pages. We can immediately see which pages are gaining traffic and which ones are losing traffic, highlighting the increase or decrease in estimated visits. We can then see right away the pages that are bringing the most traffic to the project, or be inspired by the ideas for new articles. From here, in fact, you can choose keywords you could create content for, since right now the website is not ranking with any of them. As for each other tab listing keywords, we can find the average monthly search volume of the keyword, its seasonality, the keyword difficulty value, which helps us understand how competitive the SERP is and how big are the competitors in it, and the keyword opportunity value, which tells us how more or less optimized are the results displayed in top 10 for these keywords. Lastly, we can take a look at the monitored keywords that are gaining or losing positions in SERP with the page associated with that particular keyword. From this overview, you then have the ability to both take a look at interesting data about the individual activities you are currently working on, such as those related to the most important keywords for your site, and also get an idea of the trends of the entire project. Ideally, you should start with the project overview and then move on to the different areas where you can actually proceed with the optimizations. We will see together in the upcoming videos all the different steps you can take. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video.